Hey, this is Marilyn Gigliotti.
Hey, this is Brian O'Halloran.
Hey, everybody. My name is Scott Schiaffo, actor best known as the Chulies Gum Guy from the film Clerks.
And welcome to Clerks Minute.
You're listening to Clerks Minute.
And I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Hello everyone, welcome to Clerks Minute, the show where we break down the 1994 Kevin Smith classic, Clerks, one milkmaid minute at a time. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
And we are at the tail end of our last scene, which had our boss on it. And before we even get into the conversation, I will go to my notes. I have two different set of notes here. I have my actual typed notes, but I also have the script. I have the film school reject thing we like to refer to get some scene stuff out of here. And this is where we are. And this is the part where Randal shows the porn magazine he's been holding to our good friend Walt Flanagan, who seems to be everywhere in this movie. And according to the commentary track, according to Kevin himself, this is the only nudity seen in the entire film.
Yeah.
The full, and I love how this is written here. The only nudity seen in this film is the full-on beaver shot from the magazine High Society.
Yeah.
And it says, according to Smith, on the big screen, that came out crystal clear.
But yeah, on DVD, it looks like.
Well, if you pause that screen, I'm not going to do that. I'm obviously not going to make that the cover art of this episode because that would be fucking wrong. Well, dude, I have an episode that went up last month on the Blake and Social Archives called Christmas Fuckery. Yeah. I can get away with that. I can't get away with this. Yeah. There's no way I can get away with this. But you're going to say, God.
But yeah, on DVD of that, it's really hard to make out.
Yeah, well, it's there. It's High Society, as we were discussing in the last episode. Yeah. And, by the way, a quick shout-out. We did not bring this up with Sal, because I didn't have this ready yet when we had Sal on the show, which is our next episode. Yeah. The one-liner shots that we're going to get into with Sal in the next minute, one-liner shots of Annoy Customers was inspired by the pickup lines from Spike Lee's She's Gotta Have It.
It's...
So there you go. The random shit you find out sometimes and looking things up.
That was a Spike Lee before he went up his own ass?
I'm going to guess. I mean, 90s, early 90s. Yeah. So I'm going to look it up. I don't even know what.
I would say probably.
She's Gotta Have It is. I don't even know.
Oh, yeah. That was. Oh,
they have a phone in front of you, too.
Oh, yeah. That was actually before he did Do the Right Thing.
Okay. Well, there you go.
But yeah, I think he went up his own ass around 2000 when he put out Bamboozled.
So this is pre or post when he started annoying Knicks players on the court. I'm just curious.
I have no idea.
Oh, man. It's the random shit that goes on sometimes. So, what the fuck is up with Randal? I think you can see her kidneys. Yeah. What the fuck?
What the hell kind of porn are you looking at?
Well, obviously High Society, and it was a shot of a fucking pussy. That's what he's looking at.
But yeah,
It's
like, I think you can see your kidneys. What? What?
I don't even know what to say to like, there's no response for that.
What is this, contortionist porn?
Well, it's Randal. You never quite know. It's just so fun. Well, what? Okay, I'm just going to be completely blunt. I've looked at a lot of porn in my day. I've never, ever had a full-frame shot of just a pussy like that ever, in a picture like that. That's a fact. That's just something I've never actually seen. So there you go. So, for those who don't remember, in our script, Walt Flanagan was not supposed to be walking through, obviously, in the previous scene. And it was supposed to be a woman, but the woman backed out. And in the script, it just still says, ma'am.
I can't see why.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. In the script, it does say, ma'am, I'm sorry, which is just pretty funny. Yeah.
Well, considering the fact he is playing it very feminine.
And it is Walt Flanagan. Go with it. Although, Walt, if you're listening to this, please don't take offense. I love you. I'll let you his team, but this is really, really, really fucking funny. So.
And if you do choose to sue us, we'll just hang it up next to our Leonard Nimoy restraining order.
There's no lawsuits with this show. I want to try to get Walt on this show, let's not.
It was a joke.
I want to try to get Walt on this show. Why do you do things like that? Well, why is Dante worried? As we learn, I'm trying to remember where we are in context. We don't know that his boss is out of town yet, right? At this point in the movie,
I don't think so. Okay, that comes up later.
Okay, cool. Because we're not there yet. So yeah, I can understand.
And even then, if he's the kind of guy who leaves for Vermont on a whim, I don't think he really gives a shit.
Yeah, I was thinking that, like, why? What the hell is Dante worried about? Like, why is he worried about the boss's opinion on Randal showing someone a porn picture? Like, why is he worrying?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Once again, why is he worrying? Randal's still employed.
Exactly. That's my point. Like, what is he worrying about? And then Dante, okay, so Randal pretty much said, you feel a hell of a lot better if you just rip into the occasional customer.
I hate these customers. The customers are assholes. This job would be great if it weren't for the fucking customers. I find myself saying that once a night, at least, at work.
Yeah. I have to watch how I word this because I am dealing with patients that are sick at a hospital. So I don't mean it the way I sound it, but there are some idiots that come around the hospital that aren't the patients. Yeah. That I have to deal with dumb questions and dumb stupidity. And you always say that stupid, like, where's the bathroom? You're standing at a sign.
Yeah.
That says where the rooms are. Okay, this actually happened. I'll tell this story. We'll get back to this in a second. So you always have your venting stories about random people. This just happened, so I can talk about this. I'm on the third floor. I was on a trash run last week. I'm on the third floor of the hospital. On the third floor, it's like the surgery area, but on the other half is rooms. And there's signs. There's a sign that pretty much says rooms 301 to 336 to the left. To the right is the ICU. All you have to do is go to the left.
Yeah.
Standing in front of the sign, someone asked me, where's room 311? I was nice about it because I was heading in that direction anyway. But come on now, you're standing in front of the sign.
Yeah.
Come on.
I say the people who really annoy me are when I have to have the bathrooms, I have to clean the mirrors and the sinks. The people who come in there, people who come in there who've seen you clean the mirrors
and then put your hand all over the mirrors.
Yeah. Yeah, like, fuck you.
Oh, it's fucking annoying. By the way, I love the people at work. I'm just venting. I don't care. I love the people. My normal job. That means for those who don't know, I actually clean the floors. I have floor machines and I do all that work. I love people when I'm screaming. I'm doing the floors, and they walk on it, and then they apologize. And they're like, "I'm sorry, I didn't see you." I'm with a fucking massive machine! How do you not see me? I'm a big guy with a massive machine that's loud! How do you not know I'm here? How do you not see me? Come on!
And speaking of the bathrooms, my favorite are when you go to mop out from under the toilet, then you hear the sound of glass clinking, and you see that for some godforsaken reason, they figured it's easier to hide their empty liquor bottles under the toilet rather than flow them out. And
you're at a casino, you can drink! What the fuck?
I was gonna say, yeah, what, are you that if you're that ashamed of your drinking problem that you can't drink around other people who openly drink, get help.
Exactly. You're at a casino. People are drinking everywhere. What's the difference?
Well, it's either that or they decide that, it's less effort to hide it under the toilet or try and balance it on the back of it than throw the bottle away.
I don't understand. Like, what's funny?
And then hide them in the toilet seat.
Oh, I hate that shit. I hate that too. That's so fucking annoying. Well, I'm in the ER lobby. I'm cleaning the bathroom, and I go in there, and it's the ER. Yeah. It's the fucking at a hospital in the ER. Why the fuck are you bringing in a bottle of fucking Jack and hiding it behind the fucking in the emergency room? Fucking lobby restroom.
It's medication for the doctor.
Like, what the fuck is going on here?
All right, let's cut this bitch open.
Oh my fucking god! This is the kind of shit that happens everywhere. It's so fucking ridiculous.
Really? I once found someone's dime bag of weed on the floor.
What? I did not know about that. What?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's fitting with what we were watching. Perfect. Yeah. That's fitting.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, wait, what the hell is this? Oh wait, God, that can't be. Oh yeah, it smells like a skunk. It smells like a fucking skunk. That is definitely it. Immediately went in the garbage and into the compactor.
That's fantastic. That's awesome.
And I found this weird pipe in one of the toilet seat dispenser covers. I showed it to one of my supervisors. Like, do you happen to know what this is? That's someone's smoking pipe, man.
How do you not know that?
Well, it's because once again, even though I know a lot about this, I'd never seen a lot of this paraphernalia.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So. And yeah, it just looked like someone just broke a pen or something.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like, oh dear God, I just touched Exhibit A in a drug investigation.
A drug investigation? Like the cops are showing up. We're gonna tarp off the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, by the way, thank you, computer. My computer just told me I had no threats on my computer. Thank you for that. Anyway, back to the movie. Where were we? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about venting frustration. That's what we were. So Dante has a point, which I do agree with. Why do I need to rip into a customer? They don't bother me they don't bother me if I don't bother them. Which is fair. Because I do that a lot of times. I'll stay out of my own world. Yeah. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm good. Yeah. So, okay. Back to leaving me the fuck alone. I have a lead at work. I definitely not going to hear this. So I don't give a fuck. Okay. For lunch, I sit in the same seat every fucking day. Yeah. Corner. Have headphones in. Have my lunch. Leave me the fuck alone for a half hour on my lunch break. Yeah. Just leave me alone. I got to deal with all you dumbasses all day long. Just leave me the fuck alone for a half hour. Have my headphones in, listening to my Francesa because the Giants had a big deal. Listen to my Francesa. I'm sitting there, and I feel a tap on my shoulder.
Yeah,
it's my lead. I turn around. I thought it was something important. So I took the headphone out. I have a bottle of Dr. Pepper sitting on the table. Yeah, points to the Dr. Pepper. Where'd you get Dr. Pepper? Home. Yeah. Oh, and he walked away. What? Why are you bothering me on lunch for this? Really?
Do you really have that big of a Dr. Pepper addiction?
This is the same dumbass that later. This happened yesterday. I'm totally dating it. I really don't give a fuck. Yesterday, we have a kayak for the bathrooms.
Yeah.
And he comes in. And I'm sitting. It's almost 2 o'clock break. So I come down to have my soda, sit in the locker room like I always do. Yeah. Well, he comes in. He's like, I'm going to kayak to these bathrooms, and I'm like, fine, I'll go sit somewhere else. Whatever. Yeah. He's like, no, you can still sit here. I'm like, you're scrubbing the floors out. Why would I sit here? Yeah. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. Like, come on now. Anyway, Randal goes and says, tell me there are any customers that annoy the piss out of you on daily basis. Boy, I feel like we've been doing this entire minute. Entire episode we've been talking about this. So, Dante says there aren't. Randal calls his bullshit.
Yeah.
Tells him to vent. Yeah. And that's where we get started. And this is not in our episode with Sal, because this is obviously the minute before. We go on the tangent about the milkmaids.
Yeah.
I'm with Randal. Like, what? Yeah. So his logic. The women that go through every gallon of milk looking for a later date, as if somewhere beyond all the other gallons is a container of milk that won't go bad for like a decade. And who is our milkmaid?
Ray Smith, the mother of Kevin Smith.
Yes, Kevin's mom is right there, looking so young and spry in this movie. I'm not gonna lie.
In the tracksuit that she apparently stole off of Chris Penn in Reservoir Dogs.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, it's just funny because I see her now in pictures that Kevin puts up all the time, and she's older, obviously. She's having some health issues, and she's still going though. They're still traveling. They're still having a good old time.
Yeah,
but it's just so weird.
She appears as herself in Snowball Effect, An Evening with Kevin Smith 2.
Yes.
A 3-evening with Kevin Smith. And
all the original titles for his DVD specials, right?
Yeah, and plays the milkmaid here, Clerks 2, and in Shooting Clerks is Milkmaid Prime.
Which I don't know what that means. I don't know what the fuck that means.
So wait a minute.
How many? Go to the Shooting Clerks cast. How many milkmaids are in that cast? I'm just very curious. This is the Milkmaid Prime. What the fuck's the other milkmaids? Like, what are they?
Just a moment here.
So, by the way, okay, we were joking about the eggs earlier. So what's here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 8 gallons of milk sitting on the floor by her feet, and she's still digging through the thing. Like, what the fuck? That's what I want to know. Why? What? I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. Why does she have to go through this, man? Well, back to the Shooting Clerks.
Okay, so we have Beth Downey as milkmaid, and that's about it.
So we have 2 milkmaids.
Yeah.
Well, probably because they're probably, I don't know, did they show like this scene in the movie? Like, we have to see Shooting Clerks. I mean, we understand what happened here. Why there's 2 milkmaids in the cast. That is weird.
Yeah.
So...
Unless it's something like the Star Trek reboot that involves the milkmaid traveling through time.
Why? Like, why, though? I don't understand.
I don't know.
By the way, I do like the random gallon of Yoo-Hoo that I can see on the screen. By the way, in frame, right there, the random gallon of Yoo-Hoo just sitting there.
Why the fuck not?
Why not? I loved Yoo-Hoo when I was a kid.